ABC Network has taken The Promised Land off its schedule and moved it to Hulu. Now, the question is, do we try to save it and hope for a miracle for Promised Land?
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.
All right, Paulie, let's go.
Paulie here on the Latino Slant. Hope everyone is doing well. And wow, we got some news here pertaining to a new television show that only after 4 episodes, it was announced after its fifth episode, it would move to Hulu. Now, I want you to watch the entire video because at the end of this video, I am going to tell you whether or not we, the Latino Slant, are going to get behind this show and try to save it. Is it worth it? Okay, so I want you to watch the whole thing. All right, here we go. Let's get to this news. All righty, there it is. ABC's, this is off of TV Line. ABC pulling low-rated Promised Land off schedule, remaining season 1 episodes Hulu bound. All right, now I do have to say a couple of things that we were going to do an episode by episode review, but with Robert Rodriguez's book of Boba Fett, we just got really busy with that, along with our other video schedule. So all apologies. But I thought this would be a great time to let you know my thoughts on the show after we read this news. It's an unhappy hour at Promised Land. ABC's pulling the wine-soaked Latino soap op off air after mid-low ratings. The show will exit ABC following, and it just did that, Monday 21st, February 21st show. And its final 5 season episodes will stream exclusively on Hulu, beginning with episode 6 on Tuesday, March 1st, and then subsequent every Tuesday. Now, this is what this is official ABC rep states. Promised Land is a beautifully executed and tremendously entertaining series of which everyone at our company is extremely proud. We know it has a passionate audience that is very invested in this show, and those viewers will still be able to stream all subsequent episodes exclusively on Hulu every Tuesday for the rest of the season. All right, let me see. I think this is how do we get out of this? Trying to read here, guys, and you guys put ads because I wanted to read this demo. Oh lordy, let me refresh. I wanted to get the demo ratings for you guys that coveted 18 to 49 demo. Across its 4 episode Promised Land has posted a mere 0.2 demo rating each week, while its audience has steadily declined from 1.9 million to 1.5 million total viewers. With a live plus 7 DVR playback factored in. Boy, these ads, they just love it. Come on, TV Line, get it together. Its first episodes averaged 2.9 million and a 0.3, besting only fellow freshman Queens in total audience and placing last in the demo among all ABC dramas. Described as an epic generation-spanning drama about a Latino family vying for wealth and power in California's Sonoma Valley. Promised Land stars John Ortiz, Bellamy Young, Cecilia Suarez, Augusto Aguilera, Cristina Ochoa, Mariel Molino, Tonantui, Kaita Martin, and relative newcomers Andres Velez and Rolando Chusan. Okay, now, what does that all mean, Paulie? Well, a couple thoughts here. I have a few thoughts on this. And then we're going to go to a quote from the creator, Matt Lopez, the executive producer and writer-creator. Now, this may be a silver lining for this drama. First of all, it was a Monday night, 10 p.m. replacement time for the show, The Good Doctor, which is wildly popular. And it came on after the Bachelor. So that's two things that had it going against it, right? And even though they did a lot of promotion and it looked beautiful, all the promos and everything, and as much as I just love John Ortiz and the cast, as far as actors, there's no big name to open it up when it debuted on ABC. Much unlike when The Sopranos debuted on HBO over 20 years ago with a kind of unknown star in the making of James Gandolfini, it could grow its audience, and that's what it did. So they had that going against them. So there's also a very, very short time span on network television that can allow a show to grow its audience. I mean, really grow its audience. I'm talking to like at least 2 seasons. And for 4 episodes to go in, and that's got to be heartbreaking news. And I understand, especially to fans, to the actors, and to the cast and crew. But all is not lost. And here are my thoughts. We're streaming nowadays. I mean, everything that we cover, mostly a majority of everything we cover is streaming, or on in the theater and then going to streaming. Television shows, streaming. Hulu, one of my favorite comedies of last year, Only Murders in the Building, was on Hulu, and it had appointment television. Every Tuesday, I believe, when it dropped, we would watch it. Also, as well, if Matt Lopez gets that second season, it's going to allow him and his writers to be a little bit more adult, a little bit more risque, a little bit more R-rated in what is already kind of like a very sexy show. And it's a smart show. So that could be really good for this show called Promised Land, because it allows for certain things. Even though I did my reading in, Matt Lopez did fight with the network to include a derogatory term um, that was in the show, because there was a flashback in the 80s and it made sense. So I applaud that. So this is not a cancellation by any means. It's not like Netflix and all the millions of dollars that they spent on Cowboy Bebop and cut it. This is very different. What ABC is saying, you got another chance. We're going to air 5 new episodes, appointment television. We're not even going to dump it. We're going to give you 5 more weeks, 5 more Tuesdays. Let me see what you can do on Hulu. And as well, we're going to put all the first 5 episodes on Hulu right now. So this is actually fantastic news, because a lot of people, a lot of us, right, a lot of Slantinos in our community, we don't watch network television anymore. We just don't. We watch Hulu, we watch Disney Plus, Netflix, HBO Max, Discovery Plus. This is so do not see this as a end and be all by any means. I actually think, and I just finished watching. I'm all caught up. I actually think this is going to be better for the show if they get that second season. You got to remember, this first season has already been written. Now, I want to go to a quote that executive producer, creator Matt Lopez. And while I'm getting that up, I did pose the question to our community, as far as, did anyone catch this show? And the few people that did reply really liked the show, really enjoyed the show. That, everything from the cast to the stories. And so they were kind of bummed out, but I made it clear to them that the show is not canceled, and Matt Lopez and the cast want you to know the same thing. So I saw here on another news item. Let's make myself a little small, shall we? And let's get rid of our little overlay. Promised Land creator assures fans the show is not canceled amid move to Hulu. Matt Lopez, the creator of the new ABC series Promised Land, is assuring fans that the show has not been canceled amid the impending move to Hulu. Right, that's what we're saying. 5 episodes left. It'll air on every Tuesday on Hulu. And there's still a possibility that the show will get a second season. Now, here is Matt's comment. Hi, everyone. It's Matt Lopez. I'm the creator and showrunner of Promised Land. It's so gratifying to hear all this love and passion for the show. Believe me, that love is shared by the entire cast and crew. Please know that your voices are being heard and we are not, all caps, canceled, he said. After this Monday's episode, which I have to say is epic, we make the move to Hulu. If you believe, like we do, that representation matters, keep watching, keep spreading the good word, and let's make season 2 happen. Con mucho orgullo and much amor. Okay, that's not armor, amor. I think you want to say orgullo with a lot of pride and respect and love. Matt. Okay. Yeah. So that's a creator's words. Matt Lopez. And there's a couple things. Matt's been in the game since the aughts, and he has been working with Disney for a long time. In fact, in 2021, he inked a multiple year, multiple picture deal. So he's not going anywhere. I would tend to think that this guy is giving you some truth here. So that's one thing. And if you see this here, you see that he's telling you guys what we need to do, right? The fans got to watch it every Tuesday. Got to hoop and holler. We might get a second season. Okay. Now, if I was Matt Lopez, if I was his team, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts, and then I'm gonna make the announcement on what we're gonna do here if we should back up the Promised Land. Matt and company, drop the representation matters, drop those bullet points, and hit your love of this family and this story. It's multi-generation, the excitement, the drama, the conflict. That has to be your benchmark. That has to be a benchmark. We all know representation matters, but don't have to have it on your forehead. So drop that in your forward movement to get a newer audience, a wider audience, because that just did not happen in this short run. We get that. You had a short run, you had, your back was against the wall, whatever. Now, I'd say do a full press to get that wider audience. Dump all those check marks. What do you call it? The bullet points. Dump the press release. Just speak about the drama and the high entertainment value of this show. Okay, let's put on the overlay so we can be official. Now, at the beginning of this video, I'd said to you, should we pray for a miracle and try to save this television show? Well, I got caught up on the show, and I have to tell you that each episode got better and better and better. This is a wildly talented cast. This is storytelling that I thought at first was a little one-dimensional, and I've seen this before as a Latino. Turn okay, it's getting interesting. It's getting that person is whose daddy and who's doing what. So if you're into this genre of this kind of melodramatic soap opera, then this is a great show for you. I was hoping that this would be a little bit more, and I said this earlier, I used the example of The Sopranos, a little more rooted in reality, kind of soprano feel. And I went into that first episode expecting that, didn't get it. That's okay, because I got it now. And the two leads that are brothers, John Ortiz and Yul Vasquez. Wow. These two are amazing actors. They have been in the game for years, and I'm very, very proud to see them just chewing up scenery in their characters, which there's a lot of conflict, and the conflict with every single member of this family keeps getting better and better and juicier and all that good stuff. And yeah, there's good looking people in it, and yeah, it's filmed well. But Matt Lopez has tapped into something where I'm like, this Latino dynasty feeling can actually work. I didn't think it was in those first two episodes. But after episode 5, guys, I'm kind of hooked. I'm not going to lie. Now, I could, pick apart, some of this and some of that, the music choices and the, kind of like the rush, you know, uh, you know, edits here and there and some of the storytelling, but the storytelling is really finding its pace, where I felt the pilot was just kind of an onslaught of senses of story, too much story. But now that being said, um, what I would like to do here on the slant is, let's have a watch party and let's watch this together and get to, I don't want to be a blind cheerleader, but I'm going to do this. Slantinos will watch it together and let me know if you what do you guys think? Get caught up on the first 5 episodes. I think we're going to do a watch party on episode 6 and take it from there. So, this is something that also too, and we're a tiny channel, right? Compared to these, bigger Latino publications and all that stuff. But as of right now, I have not seen any of these publications, newspapers, whatever you want to call them, speak out in support for this show. Get something going, and you guys really should, because a lot of what you guys write about, excuse me, a lot of what you guys write about is complaining that Hollywood only shows negative portrayals of Latinos, which I disagree with. Now, if that's the case, let's say you're right, here's the show for you to uplift, right? Here's the show for you to get out to all your newsletters and all your people and all that stuff and say, we got to back this show up. This is actually really good. And this isn't like an empty campaign. This show is actually pretty good. And like I said, after episode 5, I'm hooked, and we'll take it from there. Now, in this other sister video that I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about the this publication that is pointing fingers at Hollywood and creating more division within, as far as that they want less kind of narco and traffic, drug cartel stories, and they want more joy. Well, good luck with that. Make sure you check out that video as well, and check out the Promised Land, because there may be a miracle happening, and we, as entertainment viewers, we may be able to save it. One more thing too, to Matt and Company: the more that you can create great escapism in your storytelling, especially nowadays, the more successful it's going to be. All right, we'll see you on the next video. Wherever you're at, keep your slant fuerte.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. The slant.
Yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version.